Kiss is only wrong once a year because every other time he's wrong, he says that didn't happen, chat. That's so true. You're so right for that. Okay, I should find this, like, on this screen or the next, and if I don't, then it must be in the second half. Where's Wolfen to do their job when you need them? Wolfen's in the YouTube chat. He can't do anything to the Twitch chat right now. I'm moderating the Twitch chat. I should probably get another mod or two in Twitch now that I think about it. I probably should do that before Time Stranger comes out. I don't want to have to be moderating. I just do, like, all of my own moderating these days. All of my mods have abandoned me. Wolfen shows up, like, maybe once a week, but other than him, Lone Wolf abandoned me. Raptor abandoned me, except for, like, once every 4 months when he shows up to lurk, and he doesn't even tell me that he was in chat. Explode. Dun 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 dun. The more I watch this stream, the more I realize Loop Swamp isn't the worst area in Digimon. Whoa, wait a minute. It's not, okay, it's gotta be on the other side then, or I'm missing it somewhere, because this just looped back around. Ah! Loop Swamp is the worst in Dawn and Dusk and Digimon World DS. It's not the worst in Lost Evolution, because you only have to go there, like, twice, and only if you do side quests. In Lost Evolution, all of Graphics Board Continent is the worst because it's too big. The way that quests are set up in this game are not well suited for areas this large. Okay, so of the games you've played, which one has your favorite iteration of the digital world? Next order. I think Next Order has the best iteration of the digital world. They let AI make Graphics Board Continent? I knew it! Suddenly it all adds up. Defense stamp. Evan Wumon, you finally got a turn. Congrats, bro. Kill this guy or I'm replacing you. Oh, man, he took that seriously. Bro hit a crit immediately. Da-na-na. Did you do the quest with Marukimon already? That was the quest we did right before this one. It was very annoying. Starting to think that any quest that makes you go to Thriller Ruins, any quest that makes you go to Graphics Board Continent kind of just blows. Is the opinion I'm starting to reach. What's your opinion on Slime Rancher or Slime Rancher 2? I haven't played them. That's my opinion. Someone just followed me on Twitch called Slifer the Canadian. Shout out to that name. I love that name. Great name choice. Oh, I'm in Proxy Island now. Well, not that way to find the other ice item I need. Search for a giant iceberg. They're everywhere, bro! Just pick one! I'd use Action Replay to block encounters that would have gone insane otherwise. I'm built different. Chat, my grandfather and I, the other day, we were outside cutting out some limbs and stuff on some trees that needed to go, and cleaning up behind my shed because it had overgrown a bit, and we needed to get rid of a lot of the limbs and stuff back there. And I wore shorts because it's super hot lately for the first time in a very long time, because I basically always wear pants, and I regret it. I think I would have rather risked heat stroke the other day instead of having to deal with the amount of bug bites I currently have on my legs. So the lesson here, kids, is always wear pants. KS 100% in Conquest, he has a very high threshold. So true. Have you ever played Undertale before? Yes. I have played Undertale, and I have done all of the routes except Genocide because I didn't want to have to learn the Sans fight. I got to the Sans fight in the Genocide route, and then I was like, this is like too much work for too little reward, so I didn't do it. Take that, Kintorosmon. Or wait, did I? No, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I did. Maybe I did do the Sans fight. Did I do the Sans fight? I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure I said I don't have time for this. I definitely got to it, at least. We ever play Deltarune? Nah. I don't have any interest in Deltarune. Honestly, Deltarune, and also kind of Undertale to a lesser extent, is one of those kinds of games where, like, seeing the fandom of it makes me think, I don't really want to mess with this one. I played Undertale, like, back when it came out, before it, you know... I mean, it kind of blew up the second it came out, but before it really blew up. Also, I don't really have... I don't like the way that Toby Fox did Deltarune, where he, like, released it in chapters or whatever. Not really a fan of, like, that style of doing things, so I was like, I'm not even gonna bother. Much like how I talked about Silksong earlier, Toby Fox's game, more power to him. Do it however he wants. But the way he did Deltarune in chapters was like, I was already not that interested because of like the fandom and all that, but once I saw how he was releasing Deltarune, I was like, nah, I'm just gonna sit that one out. Where on earth is this thing I'm looking for, dude? Here's gonna be 6 chapters total. Didn't he just release the 4th one? I thought that the 4th one was the last one. Is Deltarune still not a finished game? Yeah, I definitely am not gonna be playing Deltarune. I thought that when he did that big announcement that like 3 and 4 are both coming out like the same day the Switch 2 does or whatever, that was because the 3rd and the 4th one were the last 2 chapters and it was done. And that's why he was releasing 2 of them together. Deltarune has 7, even more. Anyways, I'm happy for the people who like Deltarune. I have some friends who are really into Deltarune. But, I have no personal interest in playing it. Direct idiots. Stupid Marukimon hanging out with the Royal Knight. Da-na-na. Where on earth is this item? This Zudomon has it. There we go. Finally. Jeez, these areas are too big. Coming up on 2 hours. Do I want to keep trying to do side quests because we have the Digimon for them? Or do I really want to go get to North City and get that done? I mean, eventually we got to do them all, so... We're going to do all of the side quests except for the super final one that sucks. There used to be a bird there. Jumbo Crater! Stop calling me. Who gave you this number? I have a certain set of skills. Give me your biggest iceberg. What do you want? This ice? I was also looking for this piece of ice earlier, but it's simply too big. How about we split it? It's pretty hard, but if I train a little, I can break it. Have a quick match with me. Why don't I just, like, have my Baihumon break it, bro? Why is there a Frigimon here? Who invited the fridge, bro? Get hammered. You are, very bulky, huh? The fridge is also kind of bulky. Double Dragon Wave! Big crit, big crit. They resist water. Let's try Jumbo Crater. Yeah, it does better. Does Vulcan know you have his hammer? Vulcanismon is gonna be in Time Stranger. You better give it back. Die. This is one fast turtle. Evan Wumon doesn't get action chains because he's fast. He gets action chains because he has 2 heads, so each head gets a turn. This is my head cannon. Die. This action chain might actually matter, because you might not die to this. Never mind, I crit you. Later, loser. Easy dubs. New moves. Vajra. Ooh. Leashes a breath that turns all to metal. Would turning my enemies to metal, would that be a positive for me in most instances? Like, is that what I want? Aurora Force. 85 has a chance to Sun. That's way better than Glory Thunder. Goodbye, Glory Thunder. Look, the ice broke. It split right in half. All right, I'll take this half and you can have the other. All right, that seems fair. Training is the best way you can manage to break tough things. That's a good lesson to remember. All right. That didn't take too long. Longer than most other quests in the game, but still. 3 heads are better than 1. So true. That's why Alpha Hydronoid is my favorite Bakugan. I think where Garurumon was the one for this quest. I believe. No, this was Lucamon. Yep. I knew you could do it. Great job, Sonia. Just gotta shave the giant ice with the ice flakes, and with this tool, I'll make a snow cone. I'll let you know when it's done. Here's your reward. Go ahead and take it. Yada, yada, yada. First, I gotta practice. Let's start by crushing this giant ice. Rugby, can you have one not, like, dog water opinion today? Like, even one? Hydronoid clears Helios from Bakugan, like, 27 times out of 4, and it's not even close. Helios wishes He had half of the presence that Hydronoid did in the OG series. He begs for it. Like the pathetic loser lizard he is. Bro's out here like, oh, I'm too weak to beat Dragonoid. I'm gonna get metal implants or whatever. Hydronoid, meanwhile, absolutely curb stomps Drago and then digivolves, and then evolves into a 3-headed buzzsaw champion. Metal Mamamon needs to die and be reconverted. Every time Rugby talks about Bakugan, it just shows more and more how bad his opinions are at it. We've almost reached the point where I hate your opinions about Bakugan so much, I don't want to play the Bakugan game on the channel out of spite. We're getting closer and closer. Alright, Metal Mamamon has to die and be remade from the ground up. Digi-convert! Notice how Metal Mamamon has a little Wolverine claw on his right hand? What if Wolverine had like a cannon in place of his normal retractable claws on his left hand? Someone goes up to fight Wolverine, like, I'll just fight him from a distance, and then a literal like gun comes out of his left hand and just shoots the person. That'd be pretty sick, wouldn't it? I think it'd be pretty sick. Automod has to check your message. What did you say? You spelt Darkus wrong. Rugby, you literally spelled Darkus wrong. You're the fakest Bakugan fan of all time. It actually, the Automod caught you spelling Darkus with a Y. It thinks you said kill yourself, Rugby, because you spelt Darkus with a Y. That's why it you know what? Your message is also wrong, so I'm denying it. Get denied. Proof yet again that Rugby is wrong. Shocker. Metal Mamamon, you better be correct this time. And then I need to talk to, was it Piximon? Yeah. Sonia, could you listen to my request? I was in a state of despair earlier, and while at Wizard Temple, I accidentally threw away 3 different rings. Now I really need to get them back. Please, can you help me find those rings? All right, Wizard Temple is small. This should be easy. Helios was such a pathetic loser compared to Hydronoid that he thought to himself, I'll become a Darkest Bakugan too, even though being Pyrus was the only unique thing I had going for me after ripping off Hydronoid, just like how, I can't even remember his name. Spectra, how Spectra ripped off Masquerade. That he was like, well, maybe if I'm Darkest, then people will like me as much as Hydronoid, but instead it just made him even more pathetic. You frozen idiot. Hydronoid got beat by a giant spider? He got beat by a giant robot, you dummy. Did you even watch the show? I don't think you even watched the show. Have we used Infinity yet? I don't think we have. Haven't seen Bakugan in ages. Original Bakugan? Kinda goated. Really good show. Would recommend. Bakugan New Vestroya? It's alright. It's got problems here and there. You can tell that the quality of the show starts to go down, but it's still worth watching. Bakugan Gundalian Invaders? Pretty bad. It's just pretty bad. There's nothing else to say but that. It's pretty bad. And then everything beyond that is trash. Like, literal trash. New Vestroya is worth watching. That's another reason that Hydronoid is better. Masquerade and Hydronoid, undisputed greatest villains of the first Bakugan series. The second season of Bakugan, New Vestroya, Spectra isn't even the best villain in New Vestroya. Shadow Prove and Mylene are. How are you gonna be outdone by the like secondary antagonists? That's embarrassing. Embarrassing.